Welcome back. From lingering colds to longer recoveries after injury or surgery to stubborn symptoms that just feel impossible to shake, many people wonder why it is so hard to feel better. A new book explores a new approach to recovering and the small, intentional changes that may play a role in the healing process. Joining us now is Dr. Victoria Mazes, MD, Professor of Medicine, University of Arizona, and author of the AARP book, Heal Faster. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Mazes.
It's my pleasure.
Can you tell us about your new book, Heal Faster, and how you hope it will influence people in their recovery?
Absolutely. Everybody wants to heal faster, and we all want to know what is it specifically that we can do. And so in Heal Faster, I write about the things you can do to get over colds and flus more easily, to get over an injury more easily, to help manage sleepless nights. I also tackle some of the long-standing medical problems that people face, like can you reverse type 2 diabetes? Or what do you do to manage your bone density if that's an issue for you? And I also have a whole section about surgery, how to prepare for and recover more quickly from surgery.
Okay, there's something mentioned called rapid recovery reflex. What is it and how does it work?
So that is your underlying physiological mechanisms, the way in which your body has this intrinsic ability to recover from all kinds of problems. And in Heal Faster, I point to the things that you could do to support that natural reflex. We know this. We have this experience. If we run up the steps, our heart rate goes up. If we eat a meal that's rich in sugars, for example, our blood sugar gets managed. But there are things we can do specifically to target when we're trying to recover from an illness.
Okay. We think of the body, okay, it works the same for everybody, but I guess it doesn't, because why does it take healing, why does it take longer for some people than others?
It's a great question, and maybe a little bit of a mystery, but some factors we know. So for example, as we get older, it can take longer. Our immune system maybe isn't quite as robust. There are genetic differences between us where some people are better at recovery than others. I recently took care of a woman who said 2 weeks after her hip replacement, she was teaching yoga again. That astonished me. There are the underlying factors. How well do we sleep? How well nourished are we? How do we manage our stress? Are we exposed to environmental toxins? And in Heal Faster, I talk about how to reduce all the bad stuff, how to amp up the good stuff, and some surprising things like dietary supplements that may help, or vagus nerve stimulators, or other cutting-edge technologies.
Okay, you mentioned stress. How do stress and things like inflammation affect the recovery process?
So too much stress is bad. It really dampens your recovery reflex. We actually have a study from a long time ago that showed that caregivers who had a little skin wound took 9 days longer to heal. So you want to do what you can to reduce your stress. You want to have a regular practice. Maybe that's a breathing exercise or guided imagery, yoga, taking a walk every day. Find something that works for you and do it regularly so that stress isn't a factor. Inflammation, short-term inflammation is good. It's part of our healing response. Long-term inflammation is not so good because that can be one of the root causes of heart disease and Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. What does it mean to focus on treatments with side benefits rather than side effects?
That's a term I coined for the book. For example, if you take a magnesium because you want to prevent a migraine headache, and it works for that, you may also notice that you're less anxious. You may notice that you have less constipation. Lots of people want help with that. And you may sleep better. So those are all side benefits of the effect of magnesium, which you were originally taking because you wanted to prevent migraine headaches.
Okay, we'll talk about outcomes also. What kind of approaches can you use to improve outcomes for specific ailments, ranging, I guess, from hair loss to heart disease?
There are a lot of things that people don't necessarily know of. So, especially as women, we don't want to lose our hair or have thinning hair.
And neither do us guys.
Well, Well, some men are happy with a bald head, but yes, neither do guys. And so make sure you have the right micronutrients from minerals and vitamins. There are essential oils you can use on your scalp that can help. But then there are newer technologies like red light therapy and a bonnet or a wand that are FDA cleared to help with hair loss. And there's also even low dose of a blood pressure medicine that's been shown to lead to hair growth. So that's awesome. And for all of the things that I cover in Heal Faster, I talk about both nutritional strategies, stress strategies, but also what are the newer technologies and the new ways in which you may be able to manage that you've never even heard of before.
Okay, where can we go outside of your book? Where can we go to learn more?
So AARP on their website, aarp.org/healfaster has lots of information.
Dr. Mazes, thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. We appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.